Alright, so I'm going to keep this relatively simple. I mean, I know tomorrow they're coming out with the Steve and Alex showcase or whatever. So think of this as like an unofficial, impromptu preview of what's to come. Off the top of my head, from what I've seen of for like the stage, I think it's going to be mostly RNG. Which, if that's the case, and there's not necessarily much consistency with it, there's like no chance of it being a legal stage. It is what it is. So, based on this, something tells me he's gonna have like a slightly different version of various attacks that use like the sword or whatever other tool he has, kind of like Peach's forward smash. Except instead of it being like that, it's gonna be like you have one tool that you're currently using at a time, and from there, like different attacks will have the properties of the things. Like if you're using the little sickle, for instance. Oh, the pickaxe. Yes, you're right. That's the term. Like maybe his forward smash will be different if you're holding the pickaxe or some other tool or things like that. Alright, that down smash right there. Notice how he does the little thing to the sides. It doesn't look like it has much range. If I had to guess, though, it's probably going to have pretty decent power. Functionally, it reminds me a lot of Isabel's down smash, actually. Alright, do we see the startup of the animation? We don't. Okay, so we just see the part where it looks like he's been charging it for a second and then he lets go. And I think the way these arrows work on the computer is that's like skipping forward 2 frames. So if I remember correctly, then that would mean that Steve's down smash is like frame 10. That's not bad. I wouldn't take it as like the Bible. This is literally just a general idea. Okay, next move. That looks like that has okay range, but to be honest, notice how zoomed in the camera is, and he's not hitting it from that far away. I'd be willing to bet that both his sword and pickaxe are not going to have very good range. And he might not have any projectiles either. And yet he has setups? I don't know, Steve is unique. Okay, what the hell is that? Okay, so here it looks like he hasn't yet done the animation. So maybe Flint and Steel is down tilt, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does look like something that would 2-frame though. So that's probably going to be a pretty solid edge guard or ledge trapping option. 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I don't know if it grabs like before then. Maybe it'll, like, you know how the line is from between him and Diddy right now? I don't know if like it would grab someone who's between that. So at the very least, we can say that it grabs at that range around 14 frames. I don't know. Maybe that is his grab and he has a tether grab. Or maybe that's like a side V kind of like Isabel's. I'm not sure. It's really hard to say because a lot of his stuff just looks really different. Like Steve in general looks very mechanically unique. Notice how the block at the bottom is deteriorating? I'm not sure if it's going to be like Game & Watch's Fair where it's a hitbox that you can just break through super easily. Or if it's going to be like something that increases hit lag. If it's something that increases hit lag, that has some interesting possibilities that could come from it. Like there might be value in putting a block in front of you, not necessarily because you're trying to put up a wall, but so you can break it yourself and use it to extend a hitbox. Like his down tilt looks like it has a decent amount of active frames, so maybe you could like put out a block, throw out down tilt, and then it lasts like half a second longer or something. I don't know. Okay, so it looks like you can build in front of you in midair. There might be like some weird edge guarding things with that, but it doesn't look that fast. Plus, I don't know if they would like have ledges or anything. I highly doubt that blocks would take away ledges from other parts of the stage. So like, if you put a block over the ledge, I highly doubt it would not let you ledge grab because that would be broken. I'm pretty sure Nintendo's smart enough to not do that. It'd be interesting if you could wall jump off of them. They probably break pretty easily if I had to guess. Okay, so it looks like you can mine for materials in the ground. I wonder if that like changes based on what stage you're on. Like, maybe Smashville would have different materials than FD. 56, 57, 58, 59. So it looks like if you wanted to like make a new sword, that would take like a full second. That's pretty slow. Okay, that little sword swing, that just looks like regular old up air. It looks pretty standard, honestly. It looks decently fast. It's probably not going to be super strong if I had to guess. This, on the other hand, this looks like a really weird dive kick. That's probably not down B. I'd be willing to bet that's probably down air. If I had to bet, it's probably going to be a pretty strong down air, but it looks slow to balance it out. It looks like it's going to have like, it's a strong and it's a disjoint, but it's probably a super heavy commitment. So like if you're confident it's going to work, it's probably going to be great, but if you're not, because of the fact that he's like elevated too, a lot of characters will probably be able to get free like aerials out of shield if it like they shield it or it misses or whatever. So like if Steve does this to Falcon, for instance, we can probably straight up knee him out of shield. So that's probably gonna give like really unique out of shield punishes or whatever. Maybe that thing right there is like a Mega Man-esque forward tilt. It looks like it's a lot slower, but maybe it's like Mega Man's forward tilt where you can like walk and do it at the same time. So it's probably going to have like almost no hit stun. You probably won't be able to do anything too useful with it like that. It's probably just going to be like a disruption tool. I wonder if you get any benefits with hitting someone. Like, does it help you like rack up materials or something if you hit someone with it? All right. What in the actual hell is this? Maybe this is like a down B where if you just keep placing tracks, you'll keep going. Or it's like side B or something. I mean, let's watch how fast it actually is. To me, that looks like a somewhat slower, like Bowser Jr. side B. Alright, let's go back for the TNT. Okay, so frame 11, it's there. I'm not sure how much it would realistically do. I wonder if, like, certain kinds of hits will just explode it on the spot, like attacks that do enough damage or moves with a fire property, maybe they just straight up blow it up immediately. Like, imagine the Steve is at high percents and you're at low percents and you think they're going to TNT. So you just throw out a move, you blow it up, and you both get hit. But, I mean, they're at high percents and you're not, so 41, 42, 43, 44. All right, so frame 44-ish, the block is there. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So it looks like around like frame 9 or 10 he starts zooming. So that's not slow, but it's not really fast either. That's like maybe a slightly slower than average up B as far as like when it goes. But if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be kind of bad for recovering vertically. Angle-wise, it might be like a DK-esque recovery where he has like a pretty decent distance horizontally, but so maybe Steve is going to be like really vulnerable to getting spiked because of that. Wait a second, you're right, he does have a crouch walk. Okay, so it looks pretty slow. It's probably not going to be great, but I mean, it's an option. Alright. That's cute and all, but that doesn't really show us anything. Okay, look how Steve, like... It straight up looks like he's gliding. And then he, like, lands. Alright, what's Alex doing? It looks like they're just moving right now. Alright. Frame 1, 2, 3. So it looks like it's like a much slower like Bowser Jr. side B, but you can get out of it, and if you get out of it, someone else can go in it. That's kind of interesting. Oh, she hits the wall and forced out? Oh! Okay, so it basically turns into like a weird command grab if you get out of it. One that you can mash out of, so it's probably not that great, but I mean, shenanigans. Okay, that's just Final Smash. Also, I love this Final Smash. I love that he's just straight up eating. So my impression of what this character is going to be like... I guess his range seems kind of butt cheeks, his frame data doesn't seem that fast. And it doesn't look like he has any, like, regular projectiles. So he's probably not going to be super great at camping. He's probably going to be more like a mid-range, very mind-gamey character, if I had to guess. Okay, this is just the little victory animation. But this animation is so funny. I love how it freezes right as he's walking out. It's like, good morning. Hello. Yes, I won. Ugh. He just closes the door and looks at you. This little victory animation gives off such chaotic energy. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. That was a brief preview of what to expect for the showcase tomorrow. Dude, there's a chance that Steve will be released tomorrow, like after the little presentation or whatever. We really don't know.